On September 5th, 2014, Rotoshane saw a movie he considers the worst of all time. Seeing this, the man upstairs decided to punish him for his naivety by exposing him to the true horrors the world of film possesses, and show him what a truly awful film is. Rotoshane was unaware that a whole other world of film exists where the films are so bad, the theaters that played films like Battlefield Earth won't even take them. This was the beginning of a nightmare. This is direct-to-video hell.
Well, welcome back. So, as you can see, a lot has changed since you've been here last. And, well, it had to do with an unfortunate viewing of VHS Viral as a potential for one of our videos. I don't think we can use this. Well, it's good to be back. Well, hopefully this place will at least cut me a break and give me something halfway decent to review, considering how long it's been. Oh, how did they know? My favorite time of year. Alright, how do I pick one of you? It's like picking your favorite form of torture. I mean, there's flogging, waterboarding, disemboweling it is. Hello, Belle's Magical World. So, if you already hadn't noticed a common theme among these Disney sequels I've reviewed, Belle's Magical World is, you guessed it, another midquel. This film takes place at random intervals throughout the story of the original film. And if that sounds strange, it's because this is an anthology film containing multiple micro tales featuring all your favorite characters. There's Belle, Beast, Lumiere, this thing, that book. You know, all the best ones. Well, here goes nothing. This is Belle's Magical World. The film opens up with this CGI eyesore as we get a narrator to kindly explain what we already know about the first film.
Once upon a time, a beautiful young woman named Belle went to live in a strange and magical castle.
That's a little totally wrong. Belle didn't go to live with Beast. She was forced to choose enslavement within the castle to save her father's life. I would love to hear this narrator describe the plot of a movie like 12 Years a Slave. Once there was a man named Solomon Northup who went to live with some kind white folk for a 12-year vacation. Then apparently we get our first segment called The Perfect Word. So this segment involves Belle and Beast sitting down for a meal. Yep, the exact same thing as the first movie. It begins, however, with a gang of household objects preparing for the meal.
Chandelier, you look radiant. Together, you and Lumiere will be the perfect light.
Height, you say? And what has our height got to do with anything?
Light!
Yeah, this is what passes for humor in this film. This is going to be one of those movies that's as long as a television show, but feels as long as Ben-Hur, isn't it? Then we cut to Beast, and...
Because you need it.
Yes, because I need it. Sincerely and so forth.
I don't know about you, but Robbie Benson sounds different in this film. Like, more depressed, and like he doesn't care. Poor man probably came into the studio from his job as a nighttime janitor at the local YMCA. Too mean? So Belle is walking through the castle, where she comes across a character we've never seen before, a dictionary.
Tranquil. That isn't quite the right word.
Calm, serene, in a word, harmonious.
This guy is like the Siri from long ago. I bet our Siri could beat that. Hey Siri, what are some synonyms for tranquil?
Okay, I found this on the web for what are some synonyms for tranquil.
Well, what's the point if you gotta read it? So Belle shows up to dinner and begins to read a story.
I was just telling Cogsworth about the most wonderful book. It's about a girl who lives with her stepmother, a wicked woman who makes her stay inside and work day and night. Of course, she becomes terribly lonely. But the evil stepmother forbids it, not until her work is finished.
Look, I don't watch my Beauty and the Beast sequel to watch a character from that movie summarize the plot of another Disney movie.
Vera, you're bright.
But of course, I'm exceptionally intelligent.
Your light is too bright. You'll spoil the mood.
Boil the food?
That joke isn't any funnier the fourth time movie. So Belle and Beast eat their meal. Beast gets constipated or something and forces them to leave the window open.
The others are getting cold.
Well, perhaps they should leave the room.
That's not very congenial.
Don't look at me. I don't know why this story makes sense or why it's worth telling. Then, Beast gets mad at the dictionary for interrupting him and defining random words.
Just because it's your castle doesn't mean you should be rude.
Rude, offensive, primitive, abrupt. I know what it means.
I'm sorry, Rotoshane. I'm afraid I can't do that. Also, your battery is low, and you have 1 million notifications. I will now read them all at once to you.
Honestly, I don't blame him. So Belle is mad at Beast for smacking the dictionary, and Beast is mad at Belle because she called him rude. Even though he was rude.
Apologize? She should apologize to me.
Yes, Master. Of course, Master.
Jeez, Belle, this guy's a jerk. Why would you feel bad about calling him out? This Beast is starting to remind me of another rendition of Beast I'm thinking of.
You do realize that most people like that rendition, Rotoshane?
Ah, you're right. Anyway, it's not even under my purview. So, I'm honestly finding it difficult to recount the plot, both because it's blatantly simplistic and because it's boring me to tears. And then they throw in this pointless scene to remind us about the deal with the wilting flower.
If she does not love him before the last petal falls, we will all be enchanted forever.
And now I start to wonder, did they think people would watch this film if they haven't seen the original? Or did Disney think I would just be too stupid to remember the most basic plot details of the film? So then the dictionary, the feather pen, and the papers hatch a plot to make the castle happy again by forging an apology note from Beast to Belle. Well, we all know where this is going!
This film has a lie reveal plot, so that means there's a lie revealed. They will lie to someone, and they will try to keep their lips sealed. And then sometime within the plot, their lie will come undone. And then everyone will hate that liar. Doesn't this plot sound fun?
So they write the letter without any ink, but Mrs. Potts eavesdrops in and learns of their scheme. Then later, when Belle receives the letter, Mrs. Potts plays none the wiser.
Who could it be from?
I haven't the foggiest.
And apparently they were far too cheap to get Angela Lansbury back. And unfortunately, they are not alone in that one.
Just look, mes amis. What did I tell you?
Now they will forgive and forget.
Oh, what if they find out it was us?
Mum's the word.
Wait, mum's the word? Mum's word? Mum's word? Oh, I get it. It's because he's a dictionary. That's not funny at all. And yes, you all knew this joke was coming. This face is the only reason people remember this film. And I can see why. And as we all predicted, Belle and Beast soon find out about the forged letter and get angry again.
Are you taking back your apology?
It wasn't my letter!
Then, Mrs. Potts confronts the conspirators.
I knew of your scheme from the start, gentlemen.
And I let you get away with it.
You're in hot water. I suggest you boys confess to what you've done.
It's called being an accessory, Mrs. Potts. Maybe you should get that dictionary to explain it to you.
Unless the truth is revealed, he and Belle will forever eye each other with distrust.
There, written on your...
Wait, what was that fade out? Was that for a commercial break? So once Beast identifies the letter as a fake, the group of schemers come clean.
It's a forgery.
Master, we have a confession to make. The letter was
fraud, counterfeit, sham, fake, a forgery.
Oh, a forgery. We didn't know what those other words meant. Then Beast gets angry and chases them around the castle. Bolo! Psst! Beast! You're supposed to say Marco! After this stupid chase, Beast decides to banish them from the castle.
I will spare them, but if they ever step foot in this castle again, they will have to answer to me.
Let us march forth into town and beg for help.
They eventually find their way back, and then Belle takes them back in, Beast apologizes, blah blah blah.
We could see the whites of their eyes.
Hear the ferocious panting of their fetid, carnivorous, lupin breath.
Still we ventured forward into the night, for nothing could scare us, not even vicious wolves.
Good thing Liam Neeson was there to save them. And then... the end? We're done already! Pfft, that wasn't that bad. Oh. Oh, wait. I forgot. This is Disney. There's a song.
There are times I think that no one seems to listen.
Okay, now we're done, right? Oh, that's right. This is an anthology film. By the way, usually an anthology film would include an interesting through line that would tie the stories together in some sort of thematic bow. But here, we get a book. This next segment is Fifi's Folly, which astoundingly manages to be far more boring than the first one. Congratulations, Disney. So this one is about Fifi, that oh so important character from the original. What did she have, like 2 scenes? Lumiere is trying to find the perfect way to celebrate their 5th anniversary of their first date.
It's next... how's Tuesday sound?
The 5th anniversary of your first date is Saturday.
God forbid he get that one wrong. He decides to enlist the help of Belle.
Surely you'll simply say what's in your heart.
Madame, you cannot know much about women.
Monsieur, I know a little.
TMI, Belle. We don't want to hear about that. As they go off to start planning, Fifi catches them and assumes that Lumiere is cheating on her. With Belle.
She ignites this burning passion in my beloved Lumiere.
Well, we know where this is going!
This film has a misunderstanding plot in which a character is misunderstood. They do something that someone takes the wrong way, and that can never be good. It will eventually turn out alright when the confusion has disappeared. But until then, that character will be hated until their name is cleared.
Fifi enlists the aid of the pen feather thing. Who suggests?
Jealousy! When you make him jealous, he is in your complete control.
Ah, merci.
When it comes to love, I wrote the book.
He just winked at the camera. Oh, kill me now. Meanwhile, Lumiere enlists the aid of another character, the metal tub thing.
I beg your assistance.
I have a post to man, sir. Can't just abandon it for some frivolity. Goes against everything in the book, don't you know?
Sir, this is for a higher cause, and this time the book is the Book of Love.
No, sentimental hogwash.
Those 2 words are a great summation of this whole segment. Then Fifi shows up and tries to make Lumiere jealous by hitting on Cogsworth.
Monsieur Cogsworth.
Ah, her again. Pretend you do not see.
Honestly, there's a talking scene after this, but I talked over it when we were watching it, and I don't know what happened, so sorry. Then, Fifi becomes psychotic.
If I cannot have the joy, no one shall.
She orders a scissors to cut through the rope of the sled that she believes Belle and Lumiere will ride in an attempt to murder them. Jeez, this got intense. Was this directed by Alfred Hitchcock? But then, as we expected, the misunderstanding is revealed and they have a romantic time in the sled. However, the string she cut comes loose and the sled slides out of control.
Who is driving this thing?
I was rather hoping you'd know the answer to that, old chap.
You must stop us at once!
Sir, I was designed to serve punch, not ferry people about in the snow. Rather new to this, you know.
So this sled keeps going and seems to ignore things like physics. Can someone please explain this?
Bill Nye, Disney Science Guy.
Bill Nye, the Disney Science Guy.
Bill Nye, Disney Science Guy.
Disney rules.
Bill Nye, Disney Science Guy.
Hey guys, Disney's Bill Nye here to explain the science of this scene in Belle's Magical World. Well, as you can see, if we compute the angular momentum of x minus 2x plus 3 squared, divided by the square root of pi, we can conclude that the wacky physics of this scene's weird movements is due to lazy writing. That's right, that old force of nature. Then they fly off the cliff to their demise. Oh no, unfortunately they were caught by a branch and survived.
You must know I love you from the very bottom of my heart.
Then the force of lazy writing returns once again to return them to safety. Then we get Belle to hammer in this segment's message.
She seems happy.
Sometimes things are just as they seem.
Wait, isn't that contrary to the entire message of this entire segment? A misunderstanding? Oh, whatever. Then this segment ends and we lead into our final segment, The Broken Wing. Wait, Mrs. Potts' party? What's that? So apparently there's a special extended edition of this film where they add an entire additional segment. Not sure why they felt the need to add to a movie that already feels an eternity long.
The weather has been dreadful.
Never in all my years can I remember a sun more reluctant to show itself. Not a single ray in weeks.
Mrs. Potts, are you all right?
No, you know what? I'm not doing it. You aren't winning this time, Disney. I will utilize the ultimate power of the next scene button on my remote and...
Care for a spot?
There. Problem solved. So the next segment is The Broken Wing. And this one is apparently about...
You, bellowed, sir?
The girl will join me for lunch tomorrow.
Another meal? Oh boy. Then we cut to a bird flying in a snowstorm and... No. No, I know where this is going. Please, no!
Bum, bum. This film has an animal rescue plot where an animal needs some help. Bum, bum, bum. Stuck in the weeds if it's a turtle or if it's a fish in some kelp. Bum, 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 bum. It will need someone to nurse it back and return it to good health. Bum, bum, bum. You've seen this before, so let's watch it again, or you could always kill yourself. Bum, bum.
The bird gets injured and falls into Belle's room as she's speaking to her wardrobe about Beast.
Really, Master's a lovely fellow if you can overlook a few things. Like his personality, his appearance, his manners, personal hygiene, taste in clothes, no sense of humor whatsoever, and that breath.
So, if you ignore everything about him, he's a real charmer. One heck of a upstanding guy. Then Beast comes in to invite her to lunch.
You're having lunch with me.
Am I?
You are.
Oh boy, the Beast sure knows how to get the girls. That's always my pickup line. After he leaves, Mrs. Potts comes in.
Oh no, his wing. It's broken.
I thought something was amiss, miss.
Miss Potts,
Don't get your drawers in an uproar, love. Your secret's safe with me.
As you can clearly tell, Mrs. Potts is an enabler. Then, as he's waiting for Belle, he doesn't realize that she's too busy taking care of the bird. Okay, I have to give credit where credit is due. There are exactly two funny jokes in this film. Both occur in this scene alone.
Where is she?
I don't know, sir.
What time is it?
I don't know, sir.
You don't know?
Of course I know. I am, after all, the clock.
I am hungry!
Perhaps she thought I meant 12 midnight?
For lunch!
So Beast goes to confront Belle, and she admits she's taken in a bird.
It's a bird. He was wounded.
That makes no difference. There are no such creatures allowed in my castle.
And then this segment goes like you would expect. The Beast tries to kick out the bird, then hears it sing. He likes it so he imprisons the bird, but then it won't sing. Oh no! This is the type of plot we get from this film, and it bores me to death. Honestly, I think Walt Disney would roll in his grave over this. And then yay! Happy ending, yay! The Beast becomes nice to the bird, and it goes free. So the segment ends, the book closes, and then that's it. That's Belle's Magical World. And it's exactly as terrible as you would think it is. So this is normally where I'd sum up my thoughts of the movie, but instead of just repeating how terrible this film is, let me posit an interesting theory as to this film's existence. First off, one look at the film's horrendous animation will remind you of Disney TV shows like Timon and Pumbaa and Aladdin, shows that were spun off of popular 90s Disney films. Is it too much of a stretch to think that this was intended to be one of those shows? This quote-unquote film includes segments all timed at around 22 minutes each, complete with fades for commercial breaks and everything. Even the plots contain lame, simple morals you'd expect from a lowest common denominator Disney TV show. It's like they watched it, realized that it really sucks and was a terrible idea, and then quickly repurposed it as a direct-to-video, quote, sequel. And it shows. This film is yet another embarrassment to a fantastic original Disney classic. Well, we're off to a horrible start. I can only imagine what horrendous drivel we're in store for next. Well, I'll see you guys in 2 weeks for the rest of Disney Sequel Month. Well, even though this place looks like hell, well, because it is hell, it can kind of be beautiful sometimes in a weird way.